Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spartan Learn with your host, Mr. K. Majara. The show where we interview great, incredible people who start their own. They take matters in their own hands. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to introduce to you Mr. Spartan with creative efforts. Greetings, gentlemen.
Greetings.
How are you, my man?
I'm lovely.
Creative efforts.
Yeah.
Creative efforts. First time I met this gentleman was in a podium, was in a seminar setup, and we were introducing ourselves. And I remember the words that he said, introducing his company. He said, "We capture moments." He said, so something that stuck with me to say, I never thought of it that way. I remember that day. Without any wasted time, my man. Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Tsepang Alex Monyetsani, and I come from Bloom. My company's creative efforts, as you all can see, what you're speaking about. I remember what I said to you. I said to you that what we do as creative efforts, we capture moments, because it is within the moment where you get a beautiful picture. You can get a beautiful picture with beautiful quality, but there's no meaning and no moment to it. But now those moments that come once in a lifetime, those moments are what we're looking for. To capture those moments.
Capture moments, beautiful moments that we'll see again. I will never see again.
Yeah.
It will come once, it will never come again.
Yeah.
Wow. So why photography? Why did you? Let's start here. What sparked your imagination? What sparked your thought to say, of all things, I'm choosing this?
It's actually a funny story. It's actually a funny story to say.
Can you just stop a bit louder?
I remember the first time when I decided that I'm going into business. I went to a guy called Mr. KB Bush. I'm sure you know him. I went to him. I was like, Mr. KB, I wanna learn business. I wanna learn how to do business, and please teach me. I wanna serve. I wanna do whatever it takes to learn. You don't need to pay me. I just need to spend time, and I can learn. So what this guy said is like, take my number and call me. I took his number, called him, and a week or two later, he calls me Saturday in the morning at 7 o'clock. He's like to me, Tsepang, this is KB Bush. I was like, yes sir. How can I help? He's like, are you busy today? I'm like, no, I'm free. He's like, okay, I need you to be at it was Bergman. I need you to be at Bergman at 8 o'clock. It was 7 o'clock when you called. I need you to be at Bergman at 8 o'clock. I remember I was broke on that day. I was broke. I took a bike literally from here to Bergman until I got there. When I got there, it's like to me, okay, you're here. Okay, it's cool. So he just left me like that. And he had a class where he's teaching these entrepreneurs. It was like a training. So I was in that training, and then before the training started, he hands me a camera. He's like, take. I'm like, okay, what should I do with this? It's like, make it useful and make yourself useful.
Make yourself useful.
Okay, I started taking pictures in terms of creating content for them and for him as the training.
At this point, you never use a camera in your life.
Never ever picked up.
I'm like, he never knew that you never pick a camera in your life. So what happened? What happened that day?
That day I was like, okay, now it's time for me to make myself useful and make this camera useful. And the only thing a camera does is take pictures.
Take pictures.
So now, instead of saying I'm gonna take pictures, I told myself, you know what? Let's capture moments. You know, today is the first day that I have, and
wait a minute. Let's capture. Did you hear that, man? You know, you should have heard when he spoke. He articulated so well. He spoke about another person, about, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I didn't even pay attention to that. But we were in a podium telling us about the story about how he met that gentleman, and then he ended up saying, we capture moments. I was like, that's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
So as the story unfolded, he handed me this camera. I never used it before, and it was an advanced one. It was a very advanced one. I took this camera, Struggled to switch it on, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that it didn't have a battery inside.
Yeah.
So he comes to me and he's like, "What's wrong?
Yeah.
Why haven't you?"
Let's get to business, man. Let's get to business.
People are coming.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Mr. KB, it doesn't want to switch on. This guy takes the camera, puts in the battery, and then switches it on and gives it to me. And then he kept quiet, never spoke to me throughout.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is my last day here.
Yeah.
This is my last day here.
I screwed up.
I screwed up on the first day. So I continued. I took pictures. And then while I was taking pictures, and he was training these young entrepreneurs, and then he started saying, you should also take notes. You understand? I'm taking pictures. He's like, Tsepang, also you should also take notes, because whatever
you're shooting an event.
Yeah.
You're taking notes.
Yeah, he's like, you should
at the same time.
Now I'm like, okay.
How am I supposed to do this thing I'm doing for the first time?
Yeah.
And I'm taking notes. Wow.
And I'm fresh out of my trip, by the way.
Is that so?
Yo. So now I'm gonna have to take notes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss moments.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna impress this guy.
Yeah, no.
I was like, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take notes.
Yeah.
Take notes. So I took out my notebook.
Yeah.
I had a small notebook, it was red. Put it down, started taking notes, taking pictures, notes, notes. Continued like that, and then he noticed them and he was just quiet. He kept looking at me, by the way. I was like, yo. I was intimidated by the look.
Yeah.
I was very intimidated by the look. But at the end of the day, once the training was over, he's like, okay, I was like, Mr. KB, here's the pictures. And then he just took the camera and put it in the bag and said, yeah, hold on, it makes sense.
And then since then, you fell in love with the camera, or when did you first fall in love with the camera?
So my approach to him was, I want to be in business.
Yeah.
You understand? He hands me a camera. I don't want a camera. I want to be in
business. You give me a camera. I want to be in business, and you give me a camera. Like, dude, I don't want to be a camera.
I want to learn how to do business.
Yeah.
So he kept on calling me on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Giving me this camera. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, I'm like, okay. So let me ask this guy. So, Mr. KB, can I also like take private shoots with your camera? He's like, I've been waiting for you to ask me that.
Is that so? I've been waiting for you to take this opportunity, man.
And mind you, for me to have to ask him that, one of the trainees was like to me, do you also do private shoots?
Yeah.
Like if I want a portfolio for myself. I was like, yeah.
I do it.
In
the moment, I don't do it.
At that moment, I didn't even know how to edit a picture.
Did you even take any courses or this?
No.
You just, you know what, I'm taking this thing, I want to do this. I'm not going to wait for myself to have a degree in this. I'm going to do it. I'm doing it.
I said confidently, so for you, I can do
this. Yeah, definitely.
So the young lady was like, okay, give me your number. I gave her my number.
Yeah.
And I asked Mr. KB if I can use it for my own
personal use, whatever. Yeah.
It's like, okay, why not? I've been waiting for you to ask me that.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to be in business. I handed you a tool to be in business. Why did it take you so long? And then I started scratching my head.
Oh, man! That gentleman, shout out to KB Bushu, by the way, man. He's a great mentor. Taught a lot of us a lot of things. Yeah, man. So after that, until when did you decide, you know what? Now I want to take this seriously. I want to establish a company and call it Creative Efforts. What happened? there?
So remember, I was broke.
Yeah.
I used to ride a bicycle to go to Mr. KB.
Yeah.
So I started taking pictures. I don't know I didn't know when you take a picture, you have to edit it. You have to edit before you send it to a client.
Yeah.
Okay, so took these pictures for a client of mine. They literally paid me $300 just for an hour. I was fascinated about that.
$300 for an hour. Man,
I was like, so there's money here. There's money here.
I just made $300 in an hour.
Now I went from bicycle to taxi.
Come on, man.
Okay,
Come on.
I continued, and then I started marketing it. And I didn't edit pictures. I just took them and sent them to clients. So I was lucky. I was fortunate enough to use a camera that was of good quality.
Yeah.
Continue that one weekend, I made like 1.2 on that one Saturday. I was like to myself, nah. I'm sleeping on myself. I was like, no, I'm sleeping on myself.
You made 1.2 in one day.
Then I started considering getting myself a camera.
Come on, man.
Got myself a camera.
Yeah.
Registered the company.
Yeah.
And then I was moving.
You're moving. And until this day, you're still moving.
I'm still moving.
You know, before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, before I forget, this show is sponsored by Code Black. It's a Code Black media house. It's a company that does media related, social media management and other sources, other services, so to say. Services. Tongue twist. Yeah, man. Services. So yeah, man. Check them out. It's also sponsored by the Great 100 Leadership. It's a show whereby we want to interview people, great people who taught themselves a skill, it changed their lives, and they're making profit out of that skill. People who say, hey man, I'm doing this, and no matter what, I'm doing this. I understand that roundabout now I'm lacking 1, 2, 3. I'm even lacking maybe funds to start going to school too. But I'm not gonna wait for that, I'm gonna start now. So those people, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring proof that such people exist. I'm not gonna say to you, hey, you must start. No, I'm bringing people proof. These guys are living proof that, and other people to come and other people who've shot before. So yeah, man. So yeah, I wanted to speak about the people who make this possible. Yeah. So tell me, what are your services? What are your services at Creative Efforts?
So basically, at Creative Efforts, I registered it as a media hub.
Yeah.
But at the current movement, we focus strictly on photography. We deal with portrait photography.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with family photography. We deal with varieties of photography. Basically, shoot. That is our services. Any kind of shoot that we want, that is our services. Your wedding photographies, we are there. Your event graduation photographies, you are there. Call us on. I don't know if I should say the number or it will be down on the.
Hey! You can call you. Do you, my man?
Okay. Call us on 065-348-2562. Call us or WhatsApp us anytime. Yeah. We are available. Just shout us out.
Oh, on that note, you usually finish on this note, but what do you find you on social media?
Oh, on social media, Creative Efforts. On Facebook, Creative Efforts. On Twitter, Creative Efforts 1. On Instagram, Creative Efforts Photography.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I've met a lot of photographers in my life, and one person will say, okay, why him? I'm like, go to his social media page, go to the Creative Efforts social media page, and you check the quality of work and the kind of content they do. Wow, it's amazing. I'm like, it's amazing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story. Someone who did photography at CUT, and they take horrible pictures.
Yeah.
They got a diploma in photography. They take horrible pictures. And I look at your pictures, I'm like, wait a minute. This means passion is a better teacher. Passion and love is a better teacher than duty. So I'm like, you know what, man? I need to take this guy to the people. People must actually see his work. It's amazing. It's very much amazing. It's very much amazing. So yeah. Thank you very much for you do short clips so that people really, if they want to see your work, let them get them, or on social media, Creative Efforts on Facebook.
Yeah.
Are you on Instagram as well?
Instagram, creative _efforts_photography.
Creative_efforts_photography. Yeah. So I've got this challenge that I usually have for people at the end of the show. At the end of the show that says, picture you are given one moment. You're given one moment. They say, Eman, I'm gonna give you a pill right now. You're gonna drink it. It's gonna take you back in time. You're gonna meet Tsepan, a 12-year-old Tsepan. You're gonna meet 12-year-old Tsepan, and you're gonna tell them something. They're gonna remember this thing for the rest of their lives, right? 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, the pill finishes. You come back. What are you gonna tell 12-year-old you? What are you gonna say?
I'm just gonna tell that guy, you know what, my boy, go get a book by Robert Kiyosaki called Financial IQ.
Come on, Robert T. Kiyosaki. I'm a man. First book I ever read, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Next year I left my job. I used to be a professional teacher. I left my job because of that book. It actually opened another can of worms of other books that I read after that, but that Rich Dad Poor Dad book, amazing. So you're gonna tell him, I'm gonna go and read
Financial IQ by Robert Kiyosaki, because when I was growing up, I've been hustling. You know the typical entrepreneur grow up, selling sweets. You know. So now I used to make so much money that I didn't even know what to do with it. So I bought clothes, went out with friends. So now if only that 12-year-old me could read that book, and then once the hustling starts manifesting, I'm telling you that guy's gonna be a multi-millionaire. Bars. That guy's gonna be a multi-millionaire.
So, what message you have for entrepreneurs or people who want business, or they wanna start their passion, or they wanna create something out of themselves and make money? At the end of the day, we're having a tough time for economy right now. So, what message would you want to give to these people?
Okay, I would literally say to you guys, the most important thing is to start. The most important thing is to start, because now starting is very difficult when you don't know anything. But then at the same time, when you know too much, starting doesn't become an option anymore. When you know that when I start this business, it's gonna fail, you're not gonna start it. But when you don't know, a very good brother of mine used to tell me that I'm foolish enough to believe that it's possible.
Wait, repeat again.
I'm foolish enough to believe that it's possible.
I'm foolish enough to believe that it's possible. It can be done.
Amukela Mudise,
a
brother of mine. He used to tell me that all the time. He's like, Spartan, don't think about it too much. Just be foolish enough to believe that it's possible.
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, get your passion, create something, and you know what? Put a price tag on it. Get your passion and put your price tag on it. Don't even try to be systematic and be perfect, whatever. You'll suffer under something called analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
You overanalyze things and you want to do this business plans and whatever. Hey, start.
Yeah.
Just you have the man. Start. Go out there and start scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I remember I once went to a presentation at UFS.
Yeah.
I prepared, my man. I prepared for that interview.
Yeah.
It was like a funding program.
Yeah.
I was prepared. Went all night. I was doing my business plans and everything.
Yeah.
But when I stood there and started speaking, automatically I wasn't ready. And they saw that I wasn't ready. They were like,
man.
You know what? We admire your passion, but come back when you're ready.
Come back when you're ready. Man.
I was like, oh. Mind you, that was, I think, 2 years ago. I was like, yo. When I'm ready, I wanna buy a Ferrari.
Like right now.
I wanna change the world right now. But then it taught me patience. Taught me patience. One of the quotes that the same brother of mine used to tell me, Amukela Mudise, it's not about what you achieve, it's about who you become.
It's about what you're becoming in the process.
It's not about what you achieve. It's not about the $10 million, $10 worth of sales, but it's about who you become when you have those. Because when you get there, the only thing that's going to be revealed is your character as an individual.
Oh man, we cannot finish this podcast on another note than that. He's dropping bars. Man. Thank you very much, man. It's been a great pleasure having you at the show. Ladies and gentlemen, catch TG100 on YouTube. The show is exclusively is playing on YouTube. So if you check TG100 on YouTube, you can find this. To find more, usually we post some things, but we said not to. If you want to see his work, go to his social media pages. Check this on the video. The handles are there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Go out there and start doing it. Thank you very much.